Remember the time that I spoke to a crowd in a full house, realized that you was my ace. I was the joker on the stage singing the blues. All eyes on me and had nothing to prove. But yo, I thought I knew what a diamond shine like, but I felt a sharper love in the limelight from the Queen of Hearts, watching me quietly from the upper deck balcony. Sometimes I do suspect I'm an actor in a well-scripted lie, divine comedy. When I look back, that frozen slice of time, it tried to defrost the senses lost. Now enough with the metaphors, the motivation that I wrote this letter for you to know that the music helps carry on. Like you see, a new day will bring us tomorrow. Your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently. Yeah, cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
Where are you exactly?
I'm out by, I don't know, we're that, kind of near that pile of trees.
Kind of out that way.
Oh, he's way over there.
Jay now returns to base and shows us something he captured on the UV camera.
Yeah, what do you got, Jay? So, two things. One, this was right at the beginning when I first started. It's like you walk around that way. Yeah. You go past there. So, just keep watching. I took tons of photos, tons all over the place. But check this out. I got something moving. What was that light back there? What was that? See that? Yeah. Now watch that though. One, I don't know what that is. Yeah. But watch. Whoa.
That's like what we were capturing, those lights.
Let me see.
Yeah, let me see right there.
Whoa. Exactly.
Those are the lights.
You captured 4 of them, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a set of 2 and they move. You
Yeah,
can
this
see
is
them.
the same exact thing I captured.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna document this on my phone camera, just in case something happens to this memory card. You can see these 2 lights right here. One here. Oh, when you go to the next photo, now it's 1. Now the upper one's there. The bottom one's gone. The upper one's smaller.
When we analyze the photos, Jay captures these 2 unexplained lights between 2 large trees. In the next photo, one of the lights disappears. These lights, unlike the other ones that Billy and I were capturing that we more or less debunked, Jay was pointing his UV camera back inside towards the center of the forest, into an area that's only about 20 feet from him where he could easily tell that there was no light contamination. So these are 100% unexplained.
This was a good investigation.
Definitely.
I didn't personally see the gray man with my own eyes. I don't think any of us saw the gray man with our own eyes.
No.
I don't believe I captured it on camera at any time. However, we got some unusual EMFs. We got some good voices. We got some good visual lights.
We still have trap cams.
We still have trap cams that we have to go through, but we don't know if we captured anything on that.
Right.
So, all in all, this forest, yes, there is an old haunted attraction here, but we weren't focused on that. We were focused on the land, the 12, 13 acres of ancient land of the Native Americans, the Utes, right on the river. And while man came, and you can still see the tractors out there, had to literally dig into this sacred land and build a huge levee because of a flood, I think that piercing into this land sparked something aggressive. And I think even though we didn't see the gray man, from what we felt and what we captured on camera, we still got things to go through. I believe in the eyewitnesses that we interviewed, that they did see something that affected them because of what we felt and what we captured. So this was an incredible investigation. I really, really liked it, and I would love to come back.
Sacred land which this property rests upon seems to contain a force of energy that is affecting people in disturbing and various ways. Whether it be the manifestation of the gray man or the dark, oppressive energy here. Our experience proves there is something sinister that's lingering and waiting to strike at anyone who is willing to enter these woods.
Jay's getting ready to start the infrasound, and we're literally gonna try to wake the dead. This is, I feel like, when Indiana Jones is digging for the Ark on top of that hill.
Some pretty funny moments in this one, Barry.
You want to tickle my big old long toes?
Get out of here, Jay. Sounds like the ghost is ripping the big fart.
We all jump.
Let's not give it away too much.
Spoiler alert.
We have seen things that defy explanation. Experiencing the best.
God, that was awesome, dude. That was so awesome, man.
And worst.
These dolls are gonna take our souls.
Of the places between worlds.
I want the portals of this forest wide open.
Now it's time to look back.
One of my scariest nightmares that we are about to relive.
For the first time ever, I'm inviting you, the audience, into my inner sanctum. Together, we will pull back the curtain on the biggest, scariest, and funniest moments from our investigations. I'm Zach Bagans, and this is Ghost Adventures Screaming Room.
All right, this next investigation was a really cool one. You want to try and guess?
Sure.
What's the same as a rock?
Stone.
Okay. Stone opposite of a tiger. Huh?
Lion.
Lion. Put those two together.
Stone lion.
Oh, yeah.
Stone lion in.
We're in Guthrie, Oklahoma to investigate claims that the woman who owns the Stone Lion Inn has performed witchcraft and satanic rituals in the local cemetery.
We've been getting a lot of requests from all you guys on Twitter when I asked, what do you want to see on screen? Everybody is Stone Lion in, Stone Lion in. They loved it.
It's such like a classic haunted house.
This is one of the most iconic haunted locations in Oklahoma.
This is the exciting part, is just going to an iconic haunt. It's like a little kid just getting ready to get on the ride. The inside of this place was awesome.
Isn't it cool?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Are you Becky?
Yes, I am.
Hi. Zach.
Glad to meet you, Zach.
Nice to meet you too. Are we unknowingly a part of the murder mystery show right now?
No.
We are not. Okay,
No.
so no one's gonna pop out with a knife or anything like that.
Oh, no.
When I first walked in there, I thought I was gonna be part of the murder mystery show, but not a fake one, a real one.
Yeah.
So, just first impressions. We just walked in here. Looks like an old autopsy table or embalming table.
It's an old embalming table.
I know I'm gonna love a place when I walk in the front door and I see an embalming table.
This is an original embalming table
Yes.
from the funeral home
Yes.
that was here.
Yes.
This home was built in 1907 by a wealthy businessman named F.E. Houghton. In the 1920s, the family found itself on hard times and was forced to temporarily leave their home. For the next 8 years, the building would be used as a mortuary by a local undertaker. There has been some claims that when you did this murder mystery show, that you were out in the cemetery doing rituals and witchcraft and devil worshiping.
Devil worshiping in the graveyard. That's true. I was accused of that.
Yeah, there's all this mystery about her. The neighborhood thinks she's doing all this stuff. Maybe she is.
I wanted to ask her about that.
I had read somewhere that back east, bed and breakfast did murder mystery weekends. So I wrote a murder mystery. And
You wrote one.
yes,
Is it true that you used Elmer McCurdy?
I did. It's such a fascinating story. He was a bungling outlaw who robbed the daily.
After an hour-long gun battle, McCurdy lay dead.
Part of the show was going to Elmer McCurdy's grave.
Which is a great story to begin with.
We didn't know who Elmer McCurdy was.
Yeah.
But when we started finding out, I was like, wow, this is really bizarre.
Yeah.
He's taken to Pawhuska, Oklahoma, and the coroner there douses him down with about 200 times more arsenic than he needed, and he created a mummy.
He used Elmer McCurdy's
body.
and
he
turned him into
well,
a
nobody
mummy.
claimed him in it. So he stood him up in the back room at the funeral parlor, and he charged 5 cents for people to come and look at him.
Wow.
So naturally, it would anger the spirit.
So messed up.
Terrible.
For the next 61 years, the mummified corpse of Elmer McCurdy was celebrated as a spectacle at carnivals and wax museums.
At some point, they lose track that he's real. They have sold him to a sideshow, the sideshow to a carnival, and now they're referring to him as the dummy, not the mummy.
So now they're just using him as a prop, a sideshow prop.
At this point, do you think he's still connected to his body? Traveling around? He's not at rest.
He's not at rest.
In 1976, while hanging from the ceiling at the Laugh in the Dark Funhouse in Long Beach, California, McCurdy's arm was accidentally broken off, revealing the human bones underneath. A forensic investigation soon followed. Once Elmer's identity was known, he was returned to Guthrie, Oklahoma.
66 years after he was murdered, the citizens of Guthrie came out and they gave him a funeral. Elmer is buried here in Guthrie and Summit Cemetery in the Boot Hill section.
Off camera, Becky tells me something very peculiar. Upon her death, she plans to be buried in the plot directly adjacent to Elmer McCurdy.
She has a plot next to
Right.
Elmer McCurdy for when she dies.
Oh,
Why?
yeah, there's a bigger connection.
That's kind of
I didn't understand that.
That's a little strange.
She kind of had a weird connection with him.
Is it possible Becky's activities in the cemetery have inadvertently awoken the ghost of Elmer McCurdy? And if so, could this spirit have followed?
Deeper story to this.
That she's not telling us.
Michelle Smith has worked as a housekeeper at the Stone Lion Inn since it opened in 1986.
Housekeeper of 30 years.
I was really attached to her story.
There used to be a bed right here.
Why would you sleep up here? This is the creepy section.
Oh, it is. When I was laying down for the rest of the night, someone lay next to me,
What did you feel in the bed?
like someone laying next to me. Literally got on the side of my back. And I wanted to move, but I got scared because I knew I did lock the door. So what I did was cover my head up in the cover, and I finally fell asleep.
She had this very vivid dream, and she would end up being the focus for the investigation at this moment.
While I was asleep, I felt like I was in the basement with this person, and they took some water, poured it in the floor, and set the bucket down.
There's a bucket of water in the middle of the floor?
Yes.
Did you ever look into the bucket?
No, I just seen the water pour out.
Scrying, the ancient practice of gazing into reflective surfaces in order to make